Hey everybody, welcome back to part 8 of Diddy Kong Racing. Last time we finished up Sherbet Island here, we did the trophy race and we finished the mini game. Now we're going to move on to the next area. What's going on out here? Nothing in particular. I haven't noticed. Trophy. That's where the trophy races things I think are dialed up because we've done 3 of them and it appears there's one left. So we're going to go get that one done. Where are we going? Keep placed under the waterfall. I don't know if you guys knew this before you watched the video. But yes, and under this waterfall there is indeed an area. An area, as they just mentioned, called Dragon Forest. We're going to do the first race over here. It's Windmill Plains. Maybe that's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke. Plains? Plains as in, yes, we're going through like a farmland type deal. But plains as in we're using plain vehicles? I think that's rare trying to pull a fast one on us. I think the jokes are about as good as mine. In case you haven't heard so far, mine are pretty piss poor. So as much as I'd like to congratulate them for their clever idea there, I can't really do so. Also, something I've never really mentioned before, but for those who are interested in knowing, I since about March of this year, I've been taking part in Super Smash Brothers tournaments. In our hometown here, we have bi-weekly tournaments set up by a fine young man in the city, and I've, like I said, been taking part in them ever since March, every 2 weeks. And my main character is Mario, for those who are interested to know. I know, not one of the better characters, but I've been a fan my whole life, so pretty decent with it. Why do I mention that? Well, maybe pretty random, but it's a newer aspect of my life, and I actually have a tournament coming up tomorrow. Now, not tomorrow as of this viewing, because this is being recorded in advance, but tomorrow is July the 7th, and that is at about 3 o'clock where I finally take part in this tournament. So wish me luck, guys. I know you can't really do that because you won't be seeing this video for a little bit yet, but at least for all the future tournaments, I'd appreciate some support. And with that, we have our first race of Dragon Forest complete with no planes. So we're on to Greenwood Village. Our first car race here. This one's always been a bit of an interesting race to me. It's compared to a lot of the other races in the game, which are pretty monotone. This one's multifaceted. Because 1 second we're driving through a village. Next we're driving through some sort of forest here. A lot of mossy trees. Go through a long tunnel. Out of this long tunnel, we're driving through another log, and we're pretty much back to the village. So this is one of the tracks in this game that I thought was more aesthetically pleasing than a lot of the others. One of the other ones actually being Windmill Plains, the last race. I thought the art in that track was pretty nice, but the track itself, the racing on it, it's pretty mediocre. It's not one of the better tracks in the game for racing, but it's pretty. Oh no! Sure, let's go with that. Another cool part of this map is this right here, a well. Found a speed boost down here, and I'm not really sure if it's much of a shortcut, but I guess one could test that out sometime to see. if they were all that interested in it. Another shortcut we have here, it's not really much of a shortcut, but you know, maybe for those MLG Diddy Kong racing players out there, that'll be an option. And there goes Greenwood Village. Next up we have Boulder Canyon. Okay, now a bit of a confession. Last video when I was admitting to you guys that I wasn't a huge fan of Whale Bay, the race from Sugar Island there, and I said that was my least favorite hovercraft race. I might have been wrong. I may have been horribly wrong. This race, Boulder Canyon, while it's got some cool aspects, may very well be my least favorite track in this entire game. It is for sure in my bottom 2 or 3 because this one just kind of takes the boringness of this vehicle to the next level. Pretty interesting track to look at, maybe, but not to race on. This race is just not that fun. Oh, the sound kind of cut out there for a second. What the hell was that? That's my bad. But we're done Boulder Canyon and we're on to this track. What's interesting about this track? The last track we did may have been my least favorite in the game, whereas the track we're racing on now is my favorite track in this entire game. Haunted Woods. This is my favorite. This has always been my favorite Diddy Kong racing track. I don't know why. This one, this one has a lot of nostalgia attached to it, I suppose, but I don't even know if that's the complete reason I like this one so much. I'm not sure what the reason is. But this is my favorite race in the game. Although I got to admit, it's pretty cool that no one can keep up to me. That part of it's pretty fun too. And as soon as the race starts, it's over. That's Haunted Woods, guys. Oh, looks like we're on to the first attempt of this boss. Well, let's give it a go. Who are we facing off against today? Ooh. Squidward the Dragon. What the? So we're facing off a dragon with Squidward's voice attached to it. That's pretty cool. The day that Squidward breathed fire. Never thought I'd see the day. SpongeBob, can you get back to work? You're being annoying. Ignore my nerdy nostalgic quirk. You think this guy's way ahead of me, but it's any time of a race like this where you just do that and first place. It'd be pretty cool if I finished a race like that. Oh, and for those of you who aren't really into my gaming, I have a couple other channels here on YouTube I guess you guys might like to check out. If this really isn't your thing, I'd recommend going to check out my covers channel where I cover some rock and metal music on both guitar and vocals. And there's new content going to be coming out on that one pretty soon and pretty consistently from now on. So I think you guys would be interested in going to check that out if you're into some nice rock music. And also another channel I debuted pretty recently, TBT Reviews it's called. It's an album review channel and a song review channel where I look at albums old and new of some of my favorite bands and some bands that I think you guys would be interested in checking out yourselves if you haven't already. So it's TBT Reviews here on YouTube. Go check that out. My covers channel is Covers by Dakin. No spaces, no capitals. I'll leave links in the description just for you guys. Let's go to what we're about to say now. Not too sure what the developers of this game were thinking when they casted him, but he is the most monotone motherfucker I have ever heard in my goddamn life. And with that, we conclude whatever part we're on of this Diddy Kong Racing playthrough.